Hi guys, this is going to be a brief overview of a new brush line called Real Techniques by Samantha Chapman. For those of you who don't know, Samantha Chapman is one half of Pixie Woo. I will post a link to their channel down in the information box. Pixie Woo is they're sisters. There's Samantha and then there's Nick, and they both are makeup artists. They do a lot of tutorials online. If you're somebody who's interested in learning some techniques or in general just enjoy watching people put on makeup, they're a really great channel. I do love watching them, and yeah, you should definitely check them out. So anyhow, so Samantha came out with a brush line. It's available at Ulta and I believe Ulta.com. They started selling them March 29th. I went March 30th to go pick up brushes, and there were only 2 left in stock. And she had quite a few brushes for sale that were available, quite a few different kinds of brushes, I mean. And like I said, there were only 2 available. I got the last 2 of both of those brushes. So basically there were no brushes left after I bought these 2. Anyhow, so I got the foundation brush. It's angled. Really cool. All the brushes are made from synthetic fibers. Samantha's really big about vegan-ness. I don't know what else to call it. And I believe all the brushes are color-coded. All these bronzy aluminum ones are for the face, I believe. And then at the bottom here, it's got like this really cool like grip. All the brushes have it. I'm really like kind of impressed with that, because I guess I never really thought about how slippery brushes can be, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's nice. Although that didn't really help me hang on to it. That's not the product, that's just me because I'm a klutz. Anyhow, so, and then one of my favorite things actually is this. It's a Kabuki brush. It's angled, as you can see. It's dirty because I've used it. And it's called the folding Kabuki brush because it unfolds and then it folds back into the Kabuki brush. It's amazing. For those of you who love blushes that come in like a bar-shaped pan, this is really great for that. You can just get the brush in there and then fold it back up and use it. Fantastic. If you use a blush or a bronzer that has 4 different shades, or like a quad type thing, like the Hard Candy Fox in the Box blushes are a good example. You can kind of like angle the brush how you want it, dip it into the product or the color that you want to specifically use on that particular occasion, and really customize how you want it to be used. I think this is also great for travel. It depends on what you use to travel with your brushes, I guess. Use to travel with whatever, you know what I mean. Anyhow, so then the other brush that I got recently is the, what is this called? Oh, the shading brush. It's pretty small, it's nice. I like this brush, it's pretty fluffy. It gets in there and it's, I can see this being really good. I've used it already. I like it in the corners and I like it in the crease. You can use it to buff out a little bit. You can also use it to shade all over the eyelid, but I find it pretty small, so it does a really good job of getting in there and going into the crease and in the inner corner. The other thing I got was this brush set. Hold on, let me see what this is called. It's the Travel Essentials. So basically what you get here is the powder brush. Well, it's called the multitask brush because you could use it for powder, you could use it for blush, you could use it for bronzer, you could use it for a multitude of things. It's pretty large for a blush brush. It's kind of small for a face brush, so it's in between. It's nice. It's pretty fluffy, and I like it. I like that all the brushes seem to be multitask in a way. Like the Kabuki brush, for instance, it's pretty big. It's a Kabuki brush. You can use that for a multitude of things anyhow. This one, like I said, the eye brush, it's pretty fluffy, so you could use that to blend. The foundation brush, I can't imagine myself using this for anything other than foundation. However, I do really enjoy it. I've never had a foundation brush before. This is my first one, and I really love it. I used it for a wedding that I went to this past weekend, and it worked out phenomenally. So really impressed with that. The other brush, one of the other brushes in this, if I can get this out of the kit, is the, I guess it's called the pointed foundation brush. Oh, it's called the Essential Foundation Brush. What's this one? This one I think is just a foundation brush. But this one's called the pointed foundation, well, the Essential Foundation Brush, excuse me. It's pretty pointed, as you can see. I have yet to use this because I've been using this one and loving it. I actually have yet to use any of the brushes in this kit. But I do like them in terms of, well, one, accessibility, for me anyhow, and two, the I don't know, just, I feel like a lot of thought went into this packaging. Then you also get a shading brush, right? A domed shadow brush. It is fairly domed. I don't know if you can see. It's a bit bigger than the shading brush. Domed shading brush, or shadow brush, and it's pretty fluffy. I can see I've seen people use this to blend out, maybe use it for highlighting under the brow. This could be a multitasker as well. If you're somebody who travels and you don't want to have to bring a ton of brushes, this is great. Okay, when it's packaged in a thing, you just have the brushes in these slots here. You fold this out, close it up, and then this thing comes to the front where it's got Velcro. You Velcro it together, and you've even got this little thing happening here too. So it's pretty much just packaged on its own. This is hard. I mean, it's cushiony, but it's hard, so the brushes aren't really going to be damaged at all while traveling. So I think it's a really good job. Oh, bend case and tighten toggle to create a stand. You can create it. I don't know what that means. I'm not very good at following directions. This has directions on it for something that you can do that's really cool, and I can't do that, so because I'm terrible at following directions. Anyhow, but not that you need to know how to use that, because for me, all I'd really want to know, oh, I see what it's saying, just bend it, and then, haha, what I was already doing. So those are the brushes that I own from Essential Tools, Real Techniques by Samantha Chapman. I would put these on par with Eco Tools. I think Eco Tools is pretty phenomenal when it comes to being eco-friendly, animal-friendly. The pricing's pretty good, the availability and accessibility is pretty good, and the quality I think is fairly good as well. However, I do think that perhaps, I don't want to say that more thought went into the creation of these brushes, but I can tell that how they were created and what they were created for was picked out carefully and well thought out, and that's very much appreciated for somebody who's paying, say, $15 for a traveling case of really nicely made brushes and a really nicely made case. Or a really cool just Kabuki brush. I can't remember how much this costs. I will look that up for you and post that around somewhere, but I think this brush is amazing. If nothing else, everybody should check out this brush, this folding Kabuki brush. I love it. I'm over the moon about it, and I do really love the foundation brush as well. So I'm overall very impressed. There were a lot of brushes that I wasn't able to get access to because they were already sold out, even on my second trip, which is odd considering that was the day that they got all of their products in stock. I was there that afternoon, so a lot of people came in that morning and throughout the day and pretty much bought these brushes out. So if you're somebody who has access to Ulta and is very much interested in purchasing these brushes, I highly suggest you call your local Ulta and see when they get their shipments in, and perhaps check it out that day, so you'll have a chance to access these, especially if you're somebody who's very visual and likes to look at things in person. If you're someone who's very daring and doesn't mind purchasing something through the mail and being, quite frankly, maybe disappointed in a product because you know, you didn't really get a very good look at it, because web pictures can only do so much, then I suggest you check them out on Ulta if that's something that you're really interested in and you trust my opinion or you trust Samantha Chapman at all. I honestly trust Samantha Chapman now after trying her brushes. I think these are phenomenal. Again, only time will tell how well these brushes will last because I've only had them for a few days at most. But like I said, I'm very impressed. I'm not at all displeased with the amount of money that I've spent. I think the most expensive thing I bought was this, that was $15.99, but I can understand why it's $15.99. You've got a really good case here. You've got really good brushes in here that, like I said, I haven't tried, but I can tell by looking at them and being able to handle them that they're high quality. These brushes, I believe the foundation brush was somewhere between $7.99 and maybe $10.99, so pretty affordable for a good foundation brush. And keep in mind, if you're into the vegan lifestyle, that might be something that you're more willing to spend more money on anyhow. The Kabuki brush, I believe, was somewhere around $10 to $12, and then this eye shading brush I think was like $5.99. So pretty much on par with the lower end Sonia Kashuk brushes. I do love Sonia Kashuk, however, I have a feeling these would probably last better than Sonia Kashuk brushes, because I've had a couple of hers conk out on me as well, which is a little disappointing because, you know, hers aren't exactly cheap, especially the more expensive ones, and even those have been become wobbly. Like I said, only time will tell. But I don't foresee that becoming an issue. I've washed these. I've not had any issues. They don't smell funny. And I haven't had any like dye running out of them or anything like that. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm very impressed. I'm pleased, and I highly recommend them to anyone who is interested. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this shed light on something that you perhaps didn't know about or were maybe interested in and was hoping somebody would do a video on it reviewing. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please thumbs up. If you like my videos or you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, post them down below. Again, I will post a link to their channel down below. Hopefully maybe that can shed some more light on the products for you. And stay tuned because I will be doing a giveaway video fairly soon. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.